Hi, everyone. It's Brandon. Thank you for joining today. Just going to wait a couple more seconds before we start right at 3 o'clock. This session, we're just going to be continuing on our lead capture page tutorial that we started last week. There's quite a few options on here, so we didn't have time to cover them all. So I'm just going to go in and cover the rest of the lead capture page system for you. So it looks like it's about 3 o'clock our time. So I am going to start the session. Hang on one second. Okay, I'm going to share my screen for you. Okay. Last week we completed all the options here for the template designs and the options you can do for the lead capture pages. This week, I'm just going to cover the different customizations you can have, the colors, the text, the forms. We should be able to get through those pretty easy. And I'm also going to go in and show you the CMA options for seller pages. So there's a couple different options just for seller pages that are not available on the buyer's page. But basically, if you click on the colors, you have a couple different options on the colors. Background color is going to be the background of the actual lead capture page. On this specific one, as you can see, this is the live view that I clicked over to. On this specific one, this is an actual image that's back there. If you don't want to use an image, you can just change it to a background color and it'll be a solid color. It'll be a solid blue, a solid white, whatever it is that you choose to change it to. Most of the lead capture pages we have are image lead capture pages. So they'll have a background image instead of a color. It actually looks a lot nicer than a solid color. But again, if you want to change that, you can do that here. The body background color, if you click on that, it just shows the body color that's here, and you'll see that that's the actual color of the main background of this. If I change that, if I click on that, you'll see a little color scheme will come up. I can change it to a green, hit save, and it'll bring that page up, and you'll see it changes it to a green. So if you want to change it back to the color that it was, just hit save. So you can select your colors with your background there. Form text color. This is actually the text of the boxes that are in here. Most of the time, they're going to be white. Unless you have a light background, then you're going to want to make these darker. But you want to probably keep those to a white. That's these colors right here for these text boxes. So they'll be the background color for that. But you want to be careful again, because if you make it too light, you're not going to be able to see it. You want to make sure it has a nice contrast on the colors so that the user knows where to click and where to enter their information, and their cursor pops in here. The submit button color is the text color for the actual submit button, which is that sign up now. Oops, sorry, clicked on the wrong one. Form submit button text right there. Right now it's that color. And again, if I pick it as a green, you'll see that it'll change to a green. So again, you want to make sure you pick a color that stands out nicely for the page. I'm going to put that back to the blue, and it switches to the blue. Same thing with the submit button color. It's right now a yellow. If you want to change it to a red or pink, whatever, you'll see that it'll update automatically and change back. I'm just going to change it back to the yellow, and we're good there. So flows nice, matches, got some contrasting colors on here. So we can be fairly happy with that. The next one's going to be the text. Now I put some fake text in here just to show you the different sections on where I'm going to be clicking. So you have header text, you have the main body text right here that ends, and then this is the form header text area. So if you click on the text section here, you'll see that you have the header text, which is right up there, the header text. then you have the subheader text, then you have the body text, and then the thank you text. The thank you text is the message that they'll receive after they engage on the lead capture page. So you can customize that specifically. A lot of the times, if you as a realtor have a list of homes that you want to put on there, you put that here. So if somebody engages, this is a distressed home lead capture page. This is it's just an older lead capture page. But a lot of times, if they want to go directly to the list of homes, you can put a link right in here. And that after the client engages on it, they'll click on the link and they'll be taken right to a list of properties for distressed homes or that meet that criteria. But that's where you would put that. For the body text, again, if you want to click on that, it shows you everything that's in the body. You can customize this as needed. You can make the screen bigger, taller, however you want to do it. You just drag that little button right down here to fit your screen. So it pretty much functions as a word processor type, like a Microsoft Word. You can highlight, you can bold, you can highlight text there. You can make that bold, unbold it. You can change the format of it if you want to make that a different type of text, make it smaller. So you can do pretty much anything with the lead capture page. If you want to add an image to this, you click this little upload button right here. It'll bring up your browser. You'll select an image that you want to use. You can choose from any image that's on your computer, and it'll upload that image to the lead capture page. So yeah, fully customizable. Everything can pretty much be done as you see fit to make a lead capture page exactly how you want it to be. A lot of the formats we have already on here. Most of the realtors will play around with those, the formats that we have, so they'll customize them a little bit based on what we already have laid out. But that's pretty much what you can modify as far as the text. In the form section, this works on here, the form header text. Again, this is what shows up right here. So you can change that. If you click on the form header text, you can change that to whatever you want it to say. Sign up here to get the list of homes immediately. Whatever you want it to say, you can customize there. Same thing with the forms. The form field. So this is name, email address, and cell phone. If you want to add a field, you'll click on the form fields here. These are the current ones that are listed. You'll see the name is required, the email address is required, but the cell phone is not required. Let's say I want to change that and make that required. Just select it and hit save. That makes that required. If I want to add a field, let's say I want to add a specific field to this. Let's say I want to know the city that they wanted to work in or to live in. You'll take this, you'll click on that little red, drag it right over to here, and add the form field. You'll see now cities listed there. If you want to make that city required, you can click on that, hit save, and then hit save. And it'll refresh, and you'll see now cities listed there. If you find out that you don't want to have that on here, just go in here and click delete. You delete that city, and it'll be done. Refresh, and it's gone. Pretty simple. Drop-down form. Drop-down form is a customizable option list. So we have a predetermined one. We have one for buyers and one for sellers. So let's click on the buyers one. So here's what's going to be the options. You'll have a header. I'm looking to buy a home in 30 to 60 days, 60 to 90, next year, whatever it is. If you wanted to change this, you can customize any of these drop downs. Let me add this on here so I can show you how it functions first. So you see I'm looking to buy a home in, and then you have your options here. So if you want to make a custom drop down box, you'll go back into that section and you'll customize this. You want to change what the header is that displays it. You want to change the options. You can put those here. You want to add another field. You can click that here. Or if you want to get rid of this one, let's say you don't want that on there, you just click delete. Again, if you want to add a field, just click there. You'll see that puts a nice little empty box in here and another option here, and then hit save. And then you'll see that it'll refresh, and then you'll have your option here. So if you have specific areas that you want to collect information for, or something that might help you in a specific lead capture page. We do this a lot in some of the lead capture pages that are for the niches. You know, sometimes there'll be a specific drop-down option we'll put on there for users to choose, just to give the realtor a little bit more information. Typically, we do not make this a required field. We just make it an option if they want to supply the information. I always am hesitant on requiring fields because sometimes that'll prevent somebody from coming through a lead capture page. If we require an email address and a cell phone, some people want to put one or the other. So we'll make one of those fields optional, not both of them required. So you want to make sure you limit the amount of required fields because it could stop people from engaging fully on the lead capture page on the website. The next option is the let's see, I'm going to just refresh this to make sure I have it right. Yep, okay, I got the drop down box on it. Again, this is my live view. This is actually in the preview mode that I'm going through. So the next one on the form fields, we got all these, and now is the submit button text. You can change that here. We have a list of options here. If you want to use any of these, if it's a list of homes, you want to just drag it over there, so get it now. Or you could type something in here. You can type in your message here, you know, send me the list, and then add it, and it'll change the text. So again, you can customize that however you want it to be. If you just want a sign up now, drag it over there, add button, and your text changes there. So pretty cool that you can customize anything. I mean, you can pretty much create a web page, you know, with these options and information. So we try to make it easy so that you can go through it and add the things that you need to add for your lead capture page. Again, I prefaced this the last time, but our team will create these pages for you. If you do not want to do it, or if you have trouble, we can get one started for you, and then you can go in and make a modification to it. So if there's something you're looking to do, but not sure how to get started, let us know. Send us an email. That's what we're here for. Our team will get it started for you, and then you can go in and play around with it, customize it, and you know, get it to look how you want it to look. You know, there are a lot of features on these lead capture pages, but you know, if you're not sure how to get it started or what you want it to do, or if it turns out that it got messed up, let us know, and we'll go in there, we'll get it fixed for you. The last section on the buyer page is the stats. This just tells you page statistics. Tells you how many people visited the page, how many people have actually engaged. Engaged means they followed through on the lead capture page and entered in some information. A full engagement and a lead generated means that they've verified their two-step verification. So some people might go through and put in their email address, but may not verify the information. So there's an engagement there, but they haven't generated it. You haven't generated a full contact lead. If you follow up with them and you get their information, then it will be considered a lead generated because you got their contact information from the lead capture page. So this just gives you a little brief detail of what this lead capture page has done. This is just a sample lead capture page on the account. I don't really actively use it, so that's why the numbers are where they are. If I want to reset it, let's say I'm running an ad, and our team does this a lot. If we're running an ad for a lead capture page, we will reset the statistics just so we can know what we're getting from the ad or what kind of activity. So we just click the reset, and it'll put the stats back to 0. It just resets everything off. Leads generated will always stay because it's telling you how many generated leads were totally on the page. So that covers the options for the buyer pages. So what I'm going to go do now is just show you a couple of different options on the lead capture pages for ones that have a seller page. So this is a seller page, and you'll notice a lot of these are going to be the same. The options are the same, colors, text, forms, all of these are the same, even stats. The one difference is the CMA details. So I'm going to go click on that, and it's going to bring me up this CMA information here. So once the lead capture page, the client engages on the lead capture page, they're going to get a CMA on the page. And this is going to help you display what that information is. So if you want to say something in the CMA to the client when they engage, you can put that here. This will be just a message that appears on your final page of the lead capture page. Anything you want to put here, some people just put that, have a disclaimer here, or put some information that they'll contact you, or put your real estate information on there. You can put that here. That will display your message to the client on the CMA lead capture page. If you want to turn the report off altogether, you click on it and it turns it off. So the client will not get a CMA at all after they engage on the lead capture page. I find this for some real estate agents who want to provide an in-depth CMA to their clients. They will turn it off so that they don't get an instant valuation. The realtor will go through the details and send them their own customized CMA based off the address. So if that is what you want to do and you don't want the client to get a CMA, you just click that to turn it off, and then they'll just get a nice thank you message, you know, and that you'll be in touch with them. And that's what you can do for the CMA text. If that's what you choose to do, say, I'm, you know, going to provide you with a full CMA on your property and send it to you via email, whatever it may be. But I'm going to turn this back on. So it's back on. So now they'll receive it. Cma Adjuster. This is interesting because some realtors say that their CMA that is provided from the public data is a little low. Some say that it's a little high. So here's where they can adjust it. If they want the CMA that's provided to the client to be up or down by the percentages, let's say that they feel that it's a 5%, you know, it's a low 5% and they want to increase it by 5%, they would just click on here. So it'll actually take the number that is that would normally be displayed to the client, and they'll increase it by 5%. So the client will see a 5% CMA based on the adjustment. If they want it to be, they feel it's a little high and they want to take 5% off, they would click here. So again, they will see the amount minus the 5%. You as the realtor in your details, you will see the actual CMA that was provided to them. You will not see an adjustment. This is only for the client side. They will be the only ones that'll see an increase or a decrease. When you go into the home value details in your client manager, you're going to see the actual value. So you want to make sure you know what you're increasing or decreasing on the lead capture page. I'll be honest with you, not many people make this adjustment or do anything in this area, but we do provide it for some realtors because they feel like their market area, the CMAs are just, you know, are off. So we want to give them the capability to customize it a little bit and increase it or decrease it as they see fit in their market area. But again, on whole, they do not make any changes. They leave it pretty much, you know, displaying what it is. But that's where you would change it if you needed to. The pop-up message. You know what? I don't think I saw it pop up on here. I'm going to click on this real quick. Yeah, I did not see a pop-up message on there. I actually don't have a pop-up. I disabled my pop-up message on here, but this has a pop-up message that comes out on the lead capture page. If you have, some of them have a video that comes out on them that'll show you what the lead capture page is. Oh, maybe it's not what it is. Hold on, let me double check that. Sorry. Yep, there it is. Okay. If you could see this in the lower right-hand corner, I just reactivated. This is a video that Rand has that just goes over what a home value is. So if you wanted to have this message pop up, this just gives a summary to the client of what what the home value is and how this lead capture page works before they even engage on it. So if you want to turn that message on, you would just do that from that section, and this little pop-up will play. And I'll click on it real quick. It's just a YouTube video that Rand has on here to play for clients. So pretty simple, but it's just an explanation of what the lead capture page does and what the CMA details display as. GPS feature. GPS feature is the Google GPS that collects their property information just when they activate on the lead capture page. Similar to when you are on your phone, the Google knows where your location is. So anybody that clicks on your lead capture page, it'll automatically pull up the address of the property that they are physically in, or that their phone is in, or whatever it may be. We do this so that it can auto-populate this information for the client. 9 times out of 10, when they're looking for a home value, they're usually in their home, especially if they're on their desktop computer and they're clicking on the lead capture page, or if they're on their phone. If it's not their home, or the GPS pulls up an address that's not the property that they want a valuation on, they can change it. You can just take in this information. You see it automatically populated that information when I clicked on it, but they can adjust their address. If I don't want the GPS feature to work, if I want them to actually have to manually type it in and it won't populate anything, I would just click on this to turn that feature off, and the GPS location will not work. Again, it's like turning off your location on your phone device. It won't pull that information on. Video pop-up, we just discussed that one. The CMA monthly email. So the CMA monthly email, if they sign up on a lead capture page for a seller for their CMA, they get automatically put on a monthly maintenance CMA. This will send them out an email, and it just says to them that, hey, this is your updated home valuation, and if they click on it, they'll get an up-to-date CMA just by clicking on the link in the email. If they click on the link in the email and get their CMA, you as a realtor will be notified that they're still looking at the price of our home. They're still interested. It'll say, hey, Brandon just clicked on the link in the email that gets sent out, and they're still checking out the price of their property. That just goes to show that they're still checking on the value, and they still might be interested in in selling. So that's a good little monthly maintenance email that goes out just to keep them engaged and to keep them interested in the value of their home. Again, if you want to turn that off, if you don't want them to receive that for any reason, you would just click on that to shut that down, and that they will not receive that each month. The marketing graphic. The marketing graphic is a graphic that appears at the top of the market analysis. I'm sure if you're going through the lead capture page, you see that, but it displays this nice little graphic here. If you wanted to display something else, sometimes we will put your profile banners on there, the social media profile banners that we create on there. Some realtors like to have that display instead of the market analysis graphic. But if you want to change that, that's where you would do it. So again, if it's completely customizable, you can make anything you want to display there, but by default, this is what shows up for the client when they pull up the CMA. If you want to change anything, or if you want to do a custom graphic, let us know, and we can help you try to create one, or we can try to use one that we have already created for you and put that on there. So it's a nice little customization. Sorry, I was running, getting another indication of coming up to the 30 minutes. But that pretty much covers the CMA details on the information for the seller lead capture pages. And again, this is everything else is the same on these except for the CMA. That's the only thing that's different on a seller page based you know, against a buyer lead capture page. Some of the lead capture pages, I'm going to go back, do not have some of the categories or some of the sections. Let me pull one up here real quick. Yeah, see this one just has the main text, header text, and the body text. It doesn't have any other sections. It does have the form header text, which is here. You'll see that the form fields. This one is a two-step lead capture page, and let me show you real quick. Yep, I have time. I'm just going to test. Actually, it's not going to let me test. Let's see if it'll let me test. Yeah, it won't let me test because I'm not live, so it won't let me test it. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this one has a two-step. Trust me, it has a two-step. So the next page will display information on there, and that will tell you the form fields on page 2, required number of baths, area of interest, desired price range. So on the second page, this is where you would change that information. So again, there's some of the lead capture pages like this one are a two-step page, and you'll see that that's where you'll see a little couple different options here on the form field page 2. So you'll see that different sections. So a lot of them have different information, but the layout of them is the same, and the menus that you appear on here will dictate what is available to you for you to change. So I did want to just cover that with you real quick. But again, go into any of these lead capture pages, and you'll see that you can make any changes that you want to any of the information that is on here within the options, the text that's on here. This one just basically has, you'll see that this one only has a header and the subheader. So this is the header, this is the subheader. All of them have a thank you page. Forms, this one only has a one-page form. So you'll see that it only has the form header text and the form field text. So, you know, they're different things for each of these lead capture pages based upon the template design that you're using. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting this back here. Again, I want to make sure that everybody is up to date on their main menu, their client manager. I know I've gone over the new client manager on this. I just want to make sure everybody's on the new system over here, where you have your calendar, your events, and your tasks that are due. So I want to make sure everybody's up to date on that. And also the video library. I have recorded all of these meetings. If anybody missed them, I get a lot of emails where people can't make these meetings, and I want to make sure that they know that they can access these meetings from the first one we had on the Zoom meeting to last week's, and soon we'll have this week's on here to check back on, you know, and go over everything here. So I want to make sure that, you know, that everybody's kept up to date with this. If you are just joining us this week and you missed the last couple, they are all located here just to get you caught up. And again, I keep them 30 minutes or less so that it doesn't take up too much of your time, and you can find things pretty quickly. You don't have to go through hours of meetings and Zoom meetings. Okay, unfortunately, we were just about out of time. Next week, Rand is going to be running the meeting. I will not be here, and he's going to go over some follow-up processes for the buyers and seller leads, along with some material that he has for the training and coaching section. So be sure to check that out. It'll be next Thursday. It should be the same exact time as this week's. I don't think he's going to be changing it all, but I will be sending out an email probably Monday or Tuesday as a reminder for everybody on the next week's Zoom meeting. All right, I appreciate everybody joining, and if you have any questions, as always, you can email us at support@clientcreator.com. We have an online chat on the website, or you can give us a call on our support line at 951-269-2337. Thank you, everybody. You have a great day.